Welcome all. Myself Geetu Gopinath from Department of Statistics. Today we are going to learn normal distribution. So what do you mean by normal distribution? Normal distribution, it's a continuous probability distribution and it has wide applications in statistics as well as psychology. Most of the IQ scores are normally distributed. Moving on to its definition, let's see. A continuous random variable x is defined to have normal distribution if its probability density function, in short we can write PDF, is given by f of x is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi e raised to minus of x minus mu the whole square by 2 sigma square, and the range of x varying from minus infinity less than x less than infinity, mu also lies between minus infinity less than mu less than infinity and sigma square greater than 0. For a normal distribution we have two parameters, that is mu and sigma, where mu is the mean of a normal distribution and sigma is the standard deviation of normal distribution. We know the relationship between standard deviation and variance, so obviously sigma square will be our variance. And we can say if x follows normal distribution with mean mu and variance sigma square, we can denote it as x follows n mu sigma square. Then next, what do you mean by standard normal distribution? Standard normal distribution means a normal distribution with mean 0 and variance unity. It is known as standard normal distribution. Now let's move on to the properties of normal distribution. The first property is it's a bell-shaped curve. So graphically, minus infinity to infinity. Center point is mu, mean. For a normal distribution, the graph is, it's a bell-shaped curve and it is symmetric. What do you mean by symmetry? By symmetry means if we fold this curve along the vertical axis, both sides or both halves are equal. That is, the number of cases below the mean and the number of cases above the mean are equal. Second property, we know it is symmetric. Due to symmetry, we can say mean and median are equal. And the one thing in this graph, the maximum point occurs here and it occurs at the point mean, mu. Hence we can say mean is same as that of median is same as that of mode. Mean, median and mode coincides. Also from the graph we can say next property is the maximum point occurs here and the maximum point occurs at mean or median. So we can say for a normal curve mean, median and mode coincides, as well as it has only one mode, it is unimodal. Then next is asymptotic. We know at this point the height of the normal curve declines as we move on either direction, but it never touches the baseline. It never touches the baseline. This is called asymptotic. So normal curve is asymptotic. Then next point is points of inflection. For a normal curve, the points of inflection occurs at mu plus or minus sigma. Mu plus sigma is here and mu minus sigma. What do you mean by points of inflection? The point at which the curve changes its direction, that is called points of inflection. And the next property is the first and third quartile is equidistant from median. First quartile Q1 and third quartile Q3. Q1 and Q3 is equidistant from median. Median is Q2. The next property, for a normal curve, quartile deviation is 2 by 3 times standard deviation, as well as for a normal curve mean deviation is 4 by 5 times standard deviation. And the next property, and it's a very important property for solving the problem, the next property is area under the normal curve. Area under this normal curve, it represents the probability, and total area under the curve is unity. area under the normal curve represents probability, and total area represents unity or sums up to 1. And the next property is, what is the area under particular region? The area under the normal curve, if we cover this distance mu minus sigma to mu sigma, area covers up to 68.27%, and mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma, it covers 95.45%, and area under the normal curve from mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma, it covers 99.73%. These are the properties of normal distribution. Now let's solve the problems of normal distribution. First problem, write down the probability density function if a random variable x follows normal distribution with mean 20 and standard deviation 4. Given the random variable x follows normal distribution with mean 20, so mean 20 and standard deviation 4, that is mu is equal to mean, mu is equal to 20 and standard deviation sigma is equal to 4. We are asked to find out write down the density function. We know for a normal distribution, density function f of x is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi e raised to minus of x minus mu the whole square by 2 sigma square minus infinity less than x less than infinity. By substituting these values, we obtain the density function 1 by sigma 4 into root 2 pi e raised to minus of x minus mu, mean is 20, whole square by 2 sigma square, that is 2 into 4 square. 4 square is 16, 16 into 2 is 32, minus infinity less than x less than infinity. So our density function f of x is equal to 1 by 4 into root 2 pi e raised to minus of x minus 20 the whole square by 32. Range of x lies between minus infinity to infinity. Then our second problem, given a random variable x follows a normal distribution with mean 40 and standard deviation 4. We have to find out what is p of x is less than 50. In order to solve such problems, first we have to convert this random variable into standard normal variable. What is standard normal variable? Standard, if x follows n mu sigma square, then standard normal variable means normal distribution with mean 0 and variance unity. So we can convert into standard normal variable z. So the conversion is z is equal to x minus random variable minus mean mu divided by the standard deviation sigma. If we do such transformation, automatically the normal distribution is converted into standard normal. We are converting into standard normal because in order to solve this problem, we have to make use of statistical tables. In statistical table, we are given normal distribution with mean 0 and variate z. The area, this area is given. So in order to calculate this, we have to convert into standard normal variable. P of x is less than 50 is equal to, first conversion, P of x minus mean mu by standard deviation less than 50 minus mu by sigma, which is equal to P of, what is this term? This is our z. P of z is less than 50 minus mu. Mu is equal to 42 and standard deviation sigma is equal to 4. 50 minus 42 by 4 is equal to, by simplifying we obtain P of z is less than 50 minus 42, 8 by 4, 2. P of z less than 2. Then we can make use of statistical tables. from statistical tables we get the area. We learned in property the area under the normal curve represents probability and total probability sums to 1. So this area or this probability can be obtained from tables, statistical tables. So first let's draw what is P of Z is less than 2. Let's see what is P of Z less than 2. Minus infinity to infinity. This is standard normal 0 to minus 2. We have to obtain P of Z is less than 2. P of Z is less than 2 means this portion. From tables we obtain from 0 to Z. So we can split this region. We can split like this. P of from minus infinity to 0. Minus infinity less than Z less than 0 plus P of 0 less than Z less than 2. P of Z less than 2 is same as that of P of minus infinity to 0 plus 0 to 2, which is equal to what is P of minus infinity less than Z less than 0. This portion we learn in property normal curve is bell shaped and it is symmetric. Due to symmetric property we can say that P of minus infinity less than Z less than 0 is same as that of this area, that is 0 less than Z less than infinity plus P of 0 less than Z less than 2. Total probability is 1. So and this portion is 0.5 and again this portion is 0.5. So from 0 to infinity value is 0.5 plus from statistical table we obtain this area P of 0 less than Z less than 2. The value is 0.4772. By adding up we obtain 0.9772. Thank you.